So what do you think?
Wasn't that just you in 4 different shirts?
That end gets me every single time. Just perfect. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hunter Loves Voiceplay podcast, Geoff edition. So, saddle up. This is another video by Geoff that he decided he wanted to do for himself. And, he's like, well, you probably have never heard of the song before. I certainly had not. It was originally sung by Thurl Ravenscroft, and eventually I found the original recording, and it's from, I think it was a CD, it had to do with something from Walt Disneyland and Walt Disney World, and it was called This Was the West, or This Is the West. One of those two. And that song is in there. And it's basically just, cowboy, howdy, hoo-hoo. Oh boy, this is going to be hard for me to get through. Yeah, so it was basically like just talking about cowboy and like telling you the story of like the Wild West, right? So that song was in there. Thurl's version, gotta love it. It's Thurl. What else can you say about the man? He was a legend, and it's sad that, he couldn't have lived longer, but he lived a very long life. Cretaceous, that was the word I was looking for. And, he lived into his 90s, and he, had a really good career. So, just for him to be able to come up with that is pretty amazing. So Geoff's version, definitely, because I was walking into it with not knowing anything. Like, I had no idea what the song was. I had no clue, so I didn't know what to expect. And the minute it starts, it's, he's got like this, he's sitting on a couch watching like just the old style TV, the old like kind of like 50 style TV, just like the really, really tiny screen, right? Like everybody's grandmother had one. I know my grandmother had one. And so he's sitting there, and I see that Lane is right beside him too. So then Lane managed to be kind of like an audience member of his production, which I absolutely love because his acting was just perfect. Such great comedic acting. So the song starts, and immediately you're just bopping your head because it's already an earworm that just is so infectious. I think he used a lot of the acoustic from Native Instruments because that's like one of his favorite plugins to use for most of his work. And pardon me, I don't have coffee today. This is kind of the thing, is that it's like I don't have coffee, I have tea. I'm going 2 days without caffeine, you guys. So this is why my brain is probably very addled, because I've just been having nothing but painkillers and fluid and sleep. So yeah, you're immediately bopping your head to this one, and it's so catchy. Just so catchy. And, I had no idea, like, even with the lyrics, like, I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't know what this is, but it is great. It is happy. It is upbeat. It is just, I don't know what it is. I think it just was, like, one of, like, Geoff's moment to be silly. Like, he just, well, like, he said before, he wanted to do this one for himself, and, he just kind of got to let loose and have fun with this one. And like, even like there's Way Down, which was another one that was like completely hilarious. But I think like with him being such a serious performer as he is, he really gives in a lot of his talent into that. Just like for those moments when he can just goof off and just be himself is, pretty good too. It's, I think it's like kind of a cathartic release for him, because it's like, yeah, I'm working, but I'm being a goofball. I'm being an absolute idiot, but I'm enjoying myself. Let me talk about the color scheme that he has going on with this and the editing. I'm sorry, I'm burping so bad. Mike is catching everything. I'm recording this from my bed, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I'm sitting on it and I'm holding the mic. So, yeah, there's that. I haven't done, like, any talking in the past 2 days because I've just been so sick and whatnot. But anyway. Yeah, the colors are amazing because it's just, like, almost every clone has a different colored background, and every clone has a different shirt. Well, as you find out throughout the thing, because he always wants to have his clones, you know, have different personalities, right? And so as we're going along, it's yeah, it's pretty hilarious, and it's pretty catchy too. Like, it's just like you can't help but, you know, just kind of like kind of shuffle in your seat kind of thing. Like, if you're sitting, you're just going to constantly be moving, or you're going to be dancing to this as you're listening to it. Like, it's so fun. And there's a good amount of bass notes in there, and a beautiful, beautiful amount of high notes in there. It's and the ending always gets me, because it's just like on like the final word of ride. Not only does he go all the way down, but also there's one of his clones that's going all the way up. And I'm like, there it is, right there. That's what I was looking for. It's like, oh, I love that. And then as I'm going along, and the more that I'm listening to it, I was picking up on things, and I was picking up on more of the harmonies that were entitled with it. And I was like, oh my God, Geoff, you just... And it's like, even something as simple as like a G for him, it's like, you think that it's just like, that it's something that you get used to, but you really don't, because he uses it so differently. And like, he'll put it in at moments that it's like, oh, it's like, okay, like, you're going with that, okay. It's like, yeah, I would have thought that would have been like a C or a D, but nope, we're going G, okay. And so Lane is in the video for this one, and it's pretty funny because it's like, he's one of those people that's just like, kind of like one of your friends that you have over, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh my God, like, they're watching your stuff, or they're watching something completely boring, but yet you're completely interested in it, and then Lane falls asleep while he's watching it, or like, and then he like snaps himself awake, and it's like, oh, it's not over yet, like, what the heck? It's like, why did you invite me here? Why did you need me? And I think that actually worked perfectly, because just with the way that the concept that Geoff wanted to do with this one was that he wanted to just to make it comedic. And I think just with like him reacting to his own thing, it would have been missing something. So I'm glad that he had Lane come in and act for him. So that was super, super fun. Yeah, and you'll be watching it, and then you're like, I just get lost in the music. Like, I don't even have to listen to the lyrics. I just get lost in the music, and I'm just like, da 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 da, because it's so freaking catchy. Wasn't expecting that. Let me take a look right quickly here. Which one was before that? It's funny because I literally did this not too long ago. Like, I was talking with a couple of friends, and I was like, which one came before? Yeah, see, like, Far Over the Misty Mountains Cold is getting a lot of love. Well, I mean, it always has been, but Sound of Silence. Cannot wait to do that episode. That one's gonna kill me. YouTube. There we go. Uh-oh. Hopefully I don't have sound on. Uh-oh. Turn that off real quick. Oh, he updated the... Oh, nice. He still hasn't updated his profile picture, but he updated the banner. Love that. Okay, let me see videos here. Sorry this is taking so long, guys. Okay. Oh, God. Till then. Ouch. Ghost Riders. Reigns of Castamere. Shenandoah. Ouch. Monster Mash. Okay, so the one that was before that, okay, that was Take Me Home Country Road. So that one was pretty catchy too. But yeah, so then, because like I was thinking, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, how, like, where is he gonna hit us next emotionally? Or is he going to take it? Is he going to, just stick with the kind of bop and jive? Or is he going to go all the way down into the pits of emotional depths and, kill us all? Sound of Silence does that for a lot of people. Oh, dear Diana. God, so good. If you haven't seen that one, go watch it. It's new. Go watch it. I'll put a link in the description as well as with this one too. So yeah, Saddle Up, hilarious. Hilarious, colorful, vocally pretty. Yeah, and it's just it looks like a very simple song. It looks very simple, but I know that there was a lot of green screen involved. Not as much as Ghost Riders in the Sky, I don't think. Because Ghost Riders looked way more labor-intensive than Saddle Up did. Does it sound like I'm getting a cold? That's the last thing I need. But then it's probably because I've been stressed out a lot lately. So, anyway, that always sucks. Just gonna try to get my train of thought back here. Hang on. Yeah, like I said with Saddle Up, it's just like you can't really help but dance along to this one. And it's one of those songs that you can just have on repeat forever and ever and ever and ever and not get tired of it because it's so catchy. It's kind of like Bare Necessities. Like, just the way that the plugin was used, it just keeps it such just a danceable tune. And but he also has like that classic kind of Western vibe to it, which I find is perfect because it is a Western style song. And I'm glad he decided to put that out there. But this one's very slept on because a lot of people, but it's funny because if you look it up on YouTube now, he's probably the first videos that comes up under Saddle Up. So that's always fun. And it was funny because he's like, oh, you guys are never going to find this one. You're never going to find it. And then I'm like, haha, sorry. I found it. It took me about a week to find it, but I found it. I don't know how, but I found it. And I was like, hey, I found it. Nice try. And then I think I sent him like a message saying that I found it. And he was like, oh, sweet. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And so let's talk about that ending for a minute there. Oh my god. So it's like you get to like the very end and like he finishes the thing, long, low note, high note, whatever. And then just saddle up, conclusion. And then so he turns to Lane and he says, so what do you think? Wasn't that just you in 4 different shirts? Burst out laughing so hard because I was like, that was the perfect thing. And Lane is like just so confused because it's like, I probably didn't watch the whole thing, but it's like, but wasn't that just you in 4 different shirts? Like, it's nothing special, nothing. Yeah, like it's nothing special. Gets me every time when I watch it, and it's just like I know it's coming, but it's just like I just laugh. And then it's like if there's times when I don't watch it and like a fair amount of time goes by and then I'm like, oh, I just haven't watched it. And then it's like once it gets to that point, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So it's a really, really good song. Very catchy. I'll post the link to the original so then you guys can actually listen to that too, and then just to understand where this one was coming from, because it like the original is good too. It's Thurl Ravenscroft. Come on, like you can't go wrong with Thurl. Yeah, it's a really good one, and this one was like creatively really well done and super funny. Not as funny as Way Down, but super funny. Funny enough to where it was just like, Geoff's just going to be a goof. Like, he's not going to be overly serious as he is in some of it, like, as he is in the majority of his videos. I mean, I know he has, like, he has a job to do and he has, he has a certain way of wanting to get things done. But, in this one, it was just like, he just let loose. He just gave himself a minute to do what he wanted. And I don't think anybody really had asked for this one. He just went ahead and did it. Like, it was just like, yep, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for you guys. I'm doing this one for me. And I enjoyed it just as much because I'm like, well, if you wander off into that area of like wanting to do something for yourself, good on you, because it's like, it just kind of gets to show that it's like, you don't always want to do everything for the people that want you to do things. Yes, you do want to do things for the patrons, obviously, because we're the ones that are paying the money, but also it's like, it's like, I'm going to take a back seat and do this for me, mostly. Just so then I can have some fun with myself. And then, look at myself on camera and be like, look at how big of an idiot I've become. Well, at least everything in my system is staying down. Whew, that was good. Yeah, I hate being sick. I mean, I might have to make this one a little bit shorter because my energy level is just so terrible. And I'm trying not to make this sound like I'm rambling too much, but I had to pick a day to do it. And amidst how I'm feeling, I just had to do it because I was going to record yesterday, but I was dying in my bed, so I couldn't record yesterday. So yeah, check out Saddle Up, you guys. It is hilarious. It's beautiful, it's colorful, it's super fun. It'll be stuck in your head for months. I mean, I still have it stuck in my head. Like, I think after he released it to YouTube and Patreon, I guess, I was like, oh my god, this is stuck in my head. And then it's like, I'd be singing it at work and people would be like, what in the hell are you singing? And I'm like, haha, you don't know what it is, but I know what it is, and it's catchy as hell. So it's like, I'm not stopping. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys for listening, and I'm sorry that I couldn't make this episode sound any better for you guys, but I had to do what I had to do. So thanks for listening, you guys. Check out the video. Check out the other episodes of the podcast. They're posted somewhere. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.